See, when I was young, no one taught me how to cook eggs, so I'm gonna be teaching you. First thing you wanna do is find out how many eggs you want to eat. You wanna eat one if you're not feeling hungry, two if you wanna just have a like snack, three to fill you up, four if you're a big back, and I don't even know what to say for five. But what we're gonna do is crack them into a cup of your choice. Any cup will do, any container will do. Um, you can use a fork for this part, but that's optional. That's what I prefer to use. Um, yeah, what we're gonna do is hit the egg like this, drop it in there, boom. But you should already know that part, so I'm gonna skip that. As usual, if you touch your eggs, make sure you wash your hands. I don't need to get salmonella, not salmon. But anyways, once you have your desired amount of eggs, what you're gonna do is whisk them up. Again, you can use a fork for this section, or you can get like a whisk, but I don't want to wash a whisk. So we're just gonna whip these up. And while you're at it, you can actually turn on your fire. You can put this like on a medium heat, not too high. Too high is not needed. I figured that out the hard way. And yeah, since we're making scrambled eggs, sir, we're gonna need one more ingredient. That's gonna be milk. For any of you lactose intolerant freaks, you can use your lactose-free milk. But if you're normal like me, grab that blue milk, put a little bit in, mix that up, and yeah, let me show you that step. I'll be back in a second. We're back with the milk, whole milk, because we're not. Let me not say that. Anyways, I'm gonna pour some in here. I think that's fine. Mix that up. Don't want it to be too milky, or else it's really just not appetizing. Keep the milk away from the fire as well, please. Anyways, you can get that butter or oil, a little bit of oil, just to grease that pan. But you know, if you have a non-stick, you should be okay. Make sure to mix this well. I should be using a bigger pan, which I have right here, but we've already started here, so we're gonna just pour this on, all of it. You can do it once. We did not mix that properly. So yeah, pour that all. Put this in the sink. You can just go there for now. And you have to wait for a bit. Wait for it to cook for a few seconds, and then you can start the mixing section. I've just realized it's a bit too much egg for this pan. But yeah, I'll continue. Slowly mix it around, and you'll be good. You'll be fine. Also, I miss a part which many of you may be shouting at me about, the seasoning part. You can put a little bit of salt and pepper into the egg mixture while you're mixing it, or you can just sprinkle it on top once it's finished cooking. Personally, I prefer to wait for it to cook to add a little bit of salt, but that's really down to preference. I promise I did this on purpose by putting the heat a bit too high. That was by purpose, just to show you what not to do, right? I don't want you to make this mistake yourself, right? So remember, keep that heat lower than how I had it before. And yeah, you know what? This isn't bad right now, so we're just gonna continue. You want all the egg to be cooked, because again, I don't need to get salmonella, and don't blame it on me if you do. Right now, we're going to talk about how you can eat this, right? If you've never been taught how to cook egg, you may not know how to eat it properly. And so for that, I say two things, and only two things, no more, no less, right? First thing being, you can just slap this on a plate and eat that, boom, bang, by itself, right? Or what you can do, if you're feeling a bit more peckish like me, right? Is you can get yourself some bread, pour this egg on top. Trust me, you can have some sauce. I don't know if you like barbecue sauce with your eggs, ketchup with your eggs, mayonnaise if you're weird, but you know, experiment, see what you like. I don't know, sweet chili sauce. I don't know if people still eat that. But yeah, once your eggs are sort of looking like this, and they don't look liquidy, let me sort get closer. Once they stop looking liquidy, you should be okay, right? That must mean that the egg is cooked, and so we can turn off the fire now, right? You can turn off that fire. And now that the fire is off, right, you can also move it from the hot section of the stove. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, when the stove is hot, you don't want to touch it, or else you'll burn yourself. And do not touch anywhere near here on the pan, right? As you may have caught on, I'm feeling a bit peckish today. And so we're going to go back and grab some bread, slap it on a plate, and combine this. Alright, now the egg is ready. Maybe a little bit burnt. That's my fault. That's why you need to listen to what I say. Don't put the fire too high. And you may have picked up, I'm feeling a bit greedy today. So we've got 2 slices of bread, right? Simply pour the egg over the top, right? All of it. Don't leave a thing, right? Now you can set this aside. Don't leave the spatula on top of the pan or else it may burn on top. Move that aside into the sink. Now we've gotten the egg, right? Get a different fork to eat with because we don't want salmonella. Grab a fork. Yeah. Put that over the egg, right? As I said, you can use different condiments, and so we're going to be using some Heinz tomato ketchup just to top it off. Sorry for the sound effects, guys. As I said before, now's the time. You can also add your salt, just a bit, not too much, or else it will taste salty. So just sprinkle a bit on the top. That's it, no more, no less. Get any more, I don't know, high blood pressure or something like that. But boom, you have our food now. That is how you make a meal with some scrambled egg. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.